Hi, you're watching Sakshi Sakshi. My name is Shweta Karnati and welcome to the show the Vastu Shastra. Today we are going to talk about a very important and crucial topic that we are actually facing in our present society, that is nothing but drugs and alcohol. We have Dr. Dipika Sanghi Gupta with us today. She's going to help us by telling us how Vastu is going to help us to come out of these problems. So without any delay, let's get into today's episode. Hello Dipika ji.
Hello, Shweta ji. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
So Deepika ji, I'm sure everybody of us, every one of us can connect to this topic, the drugs and the alcohol, not just the adults, even the younger generation is getting very much influenced by this. So
Hmm.
with Vasu, how can we actually help ourselves with this topic?
See, Vastu can really help in this topic because, first of all, we need to understand actually what is addiction, right? See,
Mhm.
when we feel anxiety, when we feel any kind of stress, then our brain waves they go on the higher level of frequency. And when we are in the meditative mode or when we are, sleeping, then the brain waves definitely comes down to a very low frequency, which is called either the delta waves or the alpha waves, right? So, what is addiction? Addiction is actually when the person feels stress or anxiety, the brain waves goes on the higher frequency, and when once this alcohol or drugs is consumed, then the brain waves automatically come down to a lower frequency and the person feels calm inside. So that
Mhm.
is why some people, whenever they are in anxiety, stress, some or the other emotional stress, or some situational stress, when they get into that drugs or alcohol, their brain waves come to a lower frequency and they feel calmness and that peaceful inside them. So that is why then they find this is a very easy method to feel that peace inside, to feel that calmness inside. So that becomes the addiction.
Yes. And what could be the basic thing that we can do, to try help our children or anybody else, from stopping them doing this?
Okay, for stopping them, first of all, we need to see in which direction they are sleeping. The sleeping direction is very, very much important according to the Vastu. If they are sleeping into any of the negative zones, then person tend to go into these habits very quickly. And the second thing is, see, for each and every individual, the moon actually in your horoscope governs your, thinking process, and the Mercury governs the nature of the person. See, we have like five fingers. None of them is, same in the size. Similarly, every person has their own nature, own self of seeing the problem. Like maybe I'm reacting to the problem in a manner, somebody reacting in a B manner, somebody reacting in a C manner. So everybody has that because of the placement of moon and Mercury in the chart. The people whose moon or Mercury is in debilitated or afflicted in the horoscope, they easily tend to go into such habits. So to basically on general, if we want to help such a person, or if a person himself or herself wants to come out of such habit, first of all they need to work on their Mercury and moon in the chart. So they should make them strong, so the person feels strong in herself, like what may happen, I'm not going to go that way, right? And the
Right.
second thing is where they are sleeping, it has to be checked. Because as I feel, there are the two three stages. First is that when you feel depressed, one person might be thinking, yes, though I'm feeling depressed, no ways, tomorrow it's going to be a new day, right? You can have that positive thinking. The other person might be thinking, no, I'm lost. But the third might be thinking, no, no, being lost, they get into these habits. So that is actually, lot of affliction on moon and Mercury. And then definitely we have to check where the person sits, where the person spend most of the time, and then where the person is sleeping. These two three things have to be checked to genuinely help somebody with these Vedic sciences in this habits.
Due to these kind of habits, even there are a lot of differences between husband and wife. So, is there anything but with Vastu that they can help themselves?
Yeah, see, first of all, like as I said, their sleeping position, the bedroom should be checked. See, if husband wife share that intimacy, if husband wife, discuss each and every problem clearly with each other, then they can definitely help them, right? Help each other. So, the southwest zone is main responsible for a couple's relationship. and then the northwest, the northern side of the northwest. So these two zones should be definitely checked, and the northeast in the house, because northeast is like clarity of mind, what you are thinking. Like if the northeast is disturbed in the house, so what it may be, you keep on explaining somebody, they won't understand that thing. And then southwest is the relationship of husband and wife. So 2 3 zones should be checked in the house, so that you can stronger the bond between the husband and wife. So if one is, then if these 3 zones are balanced in the house, then might be the person is into in these habits, but then they love their spouse so much that they feel that no, I have to be out of this just because of him or her.
Yeah. And even the children are getting addicted to the drugs and the alcohol. I mean, it's been coming from the generations, but these days the drugs have gotten to the market so easily available for everybody. So how can
Yeah.
the parents help the children, from this problem?
See, if we talk about the children, then just check them that if they are sleeping in any of the negative zone, let's say eastern side of the southeast, or western side of the northwest, or the southern side of the southwest. Then if the children are sleeping in these zones, then definitely they tend to get into such problems or any kind of addiction. It can be alcohol, drugs, or watching TV, watching games. Any kind of addiction can be there. So first of all, check where they are sleeping. Then the second thing, where their study is placed. Sometimes, the study is placed in such a negative zone that children tend to get into such problems. Then third thing is that, if the study table is in the wrong direction, then sometimes the children make friends with the, children who are already into these habits. So they get influenced by those children. So it is very important to see, like, I went to a house, and the study table of the child was into the zone of intimacy. So he was just 9 years old, but he was so much keen towards the porn. So you need to check where actually, because he was sitting in the intimacy zone. He was like he was studying in the intimacy zone. So it is very important to see in which direction the study table has been kept, and where the child is sleeping. And if he or she is sleeping in these 3 of the negative zones, then definitely change their bedrooms, change their study table and their sleeping positions.
Deepika ji, can you please give us in detail, which corners or which areas or which facing the kids' bedrooms can be, which facings the table, their study tables or the beds can be placed?
See, I would suggest for the study table, you can keep their study table in the northeast of the house. So when the study table is in the northeast, or in the east, or western side of the southwest, west, then, or the north, even if the child is into accounts, then can be in the north too. So then they are focused. Then they are focused towards their studies. Then they are focused towards their future. Then the energies are also channelized. So these few zones are very, very good. And then the southern part of the house should be very much clean and clear, because if the south of the house is disturbed, then the children, if it is balanced, then the children are always they have that dream that no, we have to get that name and fame. If the southern side of southeast is balanced, then the children have their willpower and confidence in them. So all these zones should be checked properly. And if I talk about their bedroom, then similar zones only, either east or western side of the southwest. Southwest is very good. Southern side of southeast is good. South is good, and the west is good. So these 4 5 zones will be very good to make their bedroom. And then it
And
totally depends regarding the study table, like in what study like they want to pursue. Like if they are going into medicines, then make them sit, put their study table in the northern side of the northeast. If they are going into the accounts field, then put their into something related to banking, marketing, finance, then put their study table in the northern side. So they will be more focused towards their study. So it depends in what kind of like a higher education the child wants to go.
okay. And coming to the Vastu and the house, it has always been said that the entrance of the house matters a lot.
Yeah.
The ceilings and the entrance especially. How will that affect the Vastu? Uh, as a person?
See, if we talk about the entrance, then there are few of the points in the southern side and the eastern side. See, usually, as I have spoken so many times on this show, that people say that only the east facing houses are good or only the north facing houses are good, but it is not true at all. See, there are the energy fields. There are many energy fields in all the four zones. So it depends that where the the door is actually placed. So if there are few energy fields in the eastern side and there are few energy fields in the southern side. So if the door is placed there, then there can be some of the cases of some kind of addictions like drinking alcohol in the house, and it can be for anybody. Whosoever moon or mercury is again debilitated or afflicted, that person will be affected the most, because in a house so many people live, right? But one or two gets affected. So at that point, they're sleeping in the negative zone, and then their Mercury and Moon is afflicted.
Okay. And these days, everybody is spending too much money, and at the same time, too much of thought, how to decorate their house, how to make it look more beautiful. And everybody is also, most of the people are, planning for the bar area in their house.
Yeah.
So, what is the good location or good facing or good site to place a bar location in the house?
Okay, so first of all, the facing does not matter. This is the myth in the Vastu. Yes, facing matters for few of the things, but regarding the bar, the facing is not the thing. It is at what energy field it is placed. So right now, yes, bar are in too much of the fashion, and that is why too much of drinking and alcohol and drugs have also been. See, simplicity is the best thing, right? Though we say discourse and everything, but at the end of the day, the silence is considered the best, right? Though there are many colors in the world, but white is considered the best. So it's always about the simplicity. So first of all, like, if you have growing children in the house and you want a better future for them, I'm not saying that totally no to the bar, but if you can avoid, then definitely one should avoid, because if you have made in any of the negative direction, then that can definitely make some impact on their thinking and their behavior. The second thing is that if it is really important, then it depends, like, for what you are like. If you are going for some fun factors, then you can make in the eastern side of the northeast. If it is like for the social gatherings, and if you want to have some business, because right now it's like, if you even want a business, you have to drink, right? There are drink parties for the business too. So if you are making the bar for that purpose, then the west is the best. And if somebody is alcoholic in the house, then you can put the bottles in the southern side of the southwest. Then yeah, you will feel the shift in the energies. I have tried this many many times. If the husbands are in too much of alcohol, then when I go to Vastu, I usually advise wives to keep some bottles or make a temporary bar in the southern side of the southwest, and then slowly and slowly they don't feel like drinking. See, everything in the Vastu is like energies, right? So they play on our subconscious mind. So the southern side of the southwest is very good. Then the western side of the northwest is very good. Then the eastern side of the southeast is very good. But definitely avoid in the southern sides of the house. The bar should be totally avoided.
And coming to the mudras and jantras, is there anything that you would like to suggest to the audience? So if somebody is already in this addiction and they want to come out of it, what mudras and yantras can help them?
See, I would suggest two mudras for them. First of all is the Gyan mudra, and the second one is Kaleshwar mudra. So the Gyan mudra is the very, very much, like I would say, famous mudra. So in the Gyan mudra, what you do, you just join the tip of your first finger, index finger, with the thumb. And then usually people do like this, or, like this. No, the best way is these three fingers should be joined, and the circle should be attached to the middle finger. So it should be like this. So the Gyan Mudra should be like this, like if you can see. Yeah, exactly. So it should be. So the Gyan means knowledge. Gyan means wisdom. So to come out of any kind of addiction, you need that wisdom inside you, right? So this Gyan Mudra provides that wisdom. So this calms your mind. This takes your brain again to that alpha mode and beta mode. So, you feel so much calmness inside that you don't feel like going into such habits. So this
Mhm.
Gyan Mudra, and you can keep this Gyan Mudra for, 45 minutes to 1 hour. That is okay. 15 minutes for each time. Then the second one is the Kaleshwar Mudra. In the Kaleshwar Mudra, join the tips of both the thumbs and join the tips of both the middle finger, and other three fingers should be inward like this. Exactly. So this is the Kaleshwar Mudra.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. I'll again make it. First, join the tips of the thumb, join the tips of the middle finger and the other three fingers inside. Okay, so this is the Kaleshwar Mudra. So this Kaleshwar Mudra really helps to, calm your mind, and, it stops all the wasteful thinking. Kal is dead and Eshwar is God, Ishwar, right? So it is the, God of death. So it helps you see if you are drinking daily, if you are taking alcohol or drugs daily. So slowly and slowly you are killing yourself. Yeah, right? So this stops that thing. So this, increase your prana tattva inside, and then you stop all that wasteful thinking, all that, that the mind gets into that peace mode, the body gets into that peace mode. So this Kaleshwar Mudra is really very, very much helpful if somebody is into the drinking.
So anybody can do this at any point of time, is it? Is there any particular
Yeah,
time?
yeah. The mudras are very helpful. They are really, there is no harm in doing the mudras, because again, these are the five elements present in the body, right? So these are very, very helpful, and anybody can do this mudras
Okay.
to
And
calm the
coming
mind,
to the
especially coming out of these, these kinds of habits. And then with this mudras, like whether you are doing Kaleshwar Mudra or whether you are doing Gyan Mudra, start doing deep breathing also, because that also helps a lot.
yeah, breathing always helps. I mean,
Yeah,
even the stress or anything. Yeah, that's the best thing. And
yeah.
coming to the addiction again, what do you think would be the mindset of the people, when they are affected with this vastu and getting addicted, or what do you think their mindset would be?
See, usually, when the Mercury is depleted, as I said, Mercury is your nature. So when your nature is getting depleted or the nature is getting afflicted, and the second thing is that, moon, that is your thinking. If the person is not thinking in the right direction, how can he or she take a right actions, right? So, the Mercury and the moon in the chart plays very, very important role. Sometimes, the addictions are regarding the drugs, sometimes alcohol, even sometimes the person has the habit of cheating, the person has the habit of stealing, because you might have seen or heard that people who get into drugs or something, they start stealing also, right? So yeah, they start stealing from the house to, to get the money to buy the drugs, right? So this is very common stories we hear, right? So for stealing also, what happened, let me tell you one mythological story that will help to understand the topic. uh, Jupiter's wife, in the planetary position, the planet Jupiter's wife was Tara, and the planet Moon, he is known in the astrology for, the Moon is the only planet who can do love, right? So
Mhm.
he liked Tara so much, and then he changed his attire and everything, and he went to Tara, and then he became just like Lord Brihaspati, Lord Jupiter, and he went over there, and because of that meeting they had a son called Mercury. So moon is known for the cheatings, moon is known for the stealing. So if the moon is afflicted in the chart, then the person gets into such habits, and he or she starts stealing from the house, and sometimes they get into illicit relationships also because of this drugs and everything. So the moon needs to be very, very good in the chart, and it needs, so whatever remedies, go to some astrologer if some of the person is into such habits, show their horoscope, and then do all the remedies regarding the moon and the Mercury. And in the house in Vastu, the Mercury is your north direction, the moon is your northwest direction. So these two directions should not be afflicted. Like no, red color or the green color in the northwest, and no, again, yellow color in the northern side of the house. So this also creates the disturbance in the energies.
Wow. Thank you, Deepika ji. You gave us a very good information today. And finally, would you like to say something to the audience about this topic, like a quick note?
See, sometimes it happens that the person does not wants to come out, but the other family members are in so much of tension. So just like a deep healing, a distant healing, whatever name you can give, just put a lemongrass essential oil. That's a very good essential oil to clean that energy, because see, essential oils also work equally. And then the we say in the Vastu, it's a Vastu Purusha. So Vastu Purush always like fragrances. So I would suggest that, while the person is sleeping, diffuse some in a diffuser, electronic diffuser, for half an hour to 45 minutes. Put lemongrass essential oils in their room, and slowly, it will work very slowly, just like Ayurveda. So, but very slowly, this essential oil will definitely help to, strengthen the seven chakras and taking out this negative system out of the body. So one can put that also.
Okay. Thank you so much, Deepika ji. And viewers,
Thank
you have
you.
seen how Vastu can help you get out of this addiction of drugs and alcohol. Please try to follow the steps that Deepika ji gave us, and please try to be safe and healthy. And this is Shweta signing off for now. Bye bye.